seriously when they got into the music business. So up to taking their work to new heights and depths, the band, among many innovative projects, recently staged their original rock theatre production called Dragonflies and Astronauts, which was broadcast live around the world on digital platforms. Now based in Los Angeles, the outfit is in town for a concert which takes place today at the Old Presidency in Bloemfontein. Here to tell us more, we're joined by lead voice and guitar Khan Morby, and also one of the other band members, Paul Hodgson. Guys, welcome. Hi. Look, we talked a little bit earlier about the growth of the band, and we kind of touched on how you've grown over the years. But come on, a rock band and a theatre production, Paul.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I mean, what does that say about just the scope of how big you see yourselves?
I think it was just something completely different. It was costumes and props and dancers, and everything was choreographed. So it was like not like a normal show where you have a sip of water between and look around. This was like voices in our ears telling us what to do.
Left to the right.
Yeah, because there were flames and pyrotechnics and things swinging. So if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Khan, there's something that you guys have managed to get right, and I don't know who is responsible for that, but you come up with the most amazing names for some of the most interesting songs, some of the most interesting discussions, themes in your music. How does that work? Where do you draw the line between creativity and start people reflecting on the words and going, wow, I didn't think of it like that actually?
Yeah, I think when we approach songwriting, I mean, everything's been said before, you know, like the word love or I want to kiss you has all been said before. We try and approach it in a different way. Instead of saying kiss, you'll say I want to taste you, or you know, kind of. I'm just an example, but you kind of create other adjectives and metaphors to say the same thing, really. And it's about creating pictures in people's minds.
Do you all take equal responsibility for some of the names of the songs, the titles of the songs, or is that kind of the position of one person?
I generally come with sort of a skeleton of a song on an acoustic, and then musically we kind of build up from there.
Okay, what's the formula for the Parlotones? Is there a formula? If you had to equate it, what would it be? Because you've had this meteoric kind of rise, you know, not only in South Africa, but you've somehow been able to travel the world. You now find yourselves on 2 continents. Is there a formula, guys? What is it? If I'm a band at home and I'm saying, I want to be the next Parlotones, I want to find out what makes these guys successful, what would that formula be?
I mean, there's a lot of stories, but I think basically say yes to anything that comes your way. I mean, we can trace back everything we've done to one random thing that we could have said, we're tired today, let's rather sleep in. But I think that's it, like do everything that comes your way, because it's all going to lead to something.
The Parlotones is a very particular style, and I think you guys have developed that very early on. And I don't know how conscious that was to get a uniform, not necessarily a uniform look, but a style that was uniquely yours. Talk to me about that, because you don't find a lot of bands developing that brand so early on. I mean, they kind of stumble their way into a look and feel.
Yeah, it's kind of, a lot of these things happen by accident. When we started touring a lot, what would happen on the 3rd day of tour, you get a bit lazy with your outfit. You in the middle of Durban, summer, you stumble onto stage in shorts and slops. So we started looking very scruffy, and the immediate solution was to just all dress the same and in black, because black kind of...
that uniformity.
Yeah, well, black hardly gets dirty, so you could wear it multiple times.
That's not to say that you guys don't wash every night.
No.
Every second night.
Every second night, yeah. And then the makeup thing happened by mistake as well, because we played at a party which had a vintage glam vam theme. So everyone dressed up for this party. We did the makeup thing, and then we thought, you know, you got a license to do whatever you want on stage. Creative. And that's kind of where the makeup was born. And yeah, you know, we kind of did all these things, not consciously, but we became synonymous with him.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to have we'll touch base with you guys a little bit later, because I know you've got more performances. We'll continue this conversation. We'll take an ad break. You don't go anywhere.